Yeah, the answer is everywhere, and we want to grow as a company. You know, we want to do what every company is doing. Is we have found ourselves kind of as the dominant production company in verticals.
That's saying a lot.
It is. I mean, it's a new thing, and we were lucky to get in on the ground floor of what turned out to be the hot new thing. And I'm very happy about that, but it's not like I can take too much credit for that. Like, I work with people who are good at what they do, and you know, let them play in this playground, and they excelled in it. But you know, I didn't get into verticals because I saw it and I was like, this is the future. I wish I could claim that. Some of the people that I'm talking to now were those people that had that vision. But once I started doing it, I was like, wait a minute, this is a thing. Like, and it was very clear, even when I didn't know that it was going to be the next big thing, I was like, we're going to be better filmmakers for having done this. Like, we're forcing us to get everything in 2 takes, forcing us to get 14, 16, 20 pages in a day, forcing us to be scrappy and figure out those creative ways of doing things so that we can make it cheaper. That's how the whole film industry was built in the first place. And I do think a lot of this whole vertical thing is kind of a renaissance. Is kind of like a throwing it back to like the Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, like, this is the Wild West, and our industry just got fat and old and you know, lazy. And I don't mean that as like a slight on anybody in particular or any field. No, just the whole film industry. It's just like, now you have the assistants have assistants, and they have assistants, and they have assistants. And it used to be just a bunch of guys going out with cameras and letting buildings fall on themselves because that would be funnier. Like Charlie Chaplin in that really famous scene where he puts on a blindfold and he roller skates, like, within inches of like a, what was it, 4-story drop or maybe more than that. Substantial. Where absolutely he would have died, and he really did it. I mean, Tom Cruise wouldn't even do that. Yeah. But like, these people were risking their own lives, and making peanuts, and there were crews of like 5-8 people, something like that. Off of their backs, we built an industry that made so much money that all those people got to have assistants, and then their assistants got to have assistants, and then the bureaucrats. I don't even think that it's like the corporate, you know, fat cat greed. I think that the intermediaries and stuff that inserted themselves into the process. Yeah. The thing that I always used to. Did you ever go to Fry's Electronics?
Oh yeah.
I always used to say that Hollywood is like Fry's Electronics. You know how Fry's Electronics, you get in line and there's line of like 40 people, but they have like a whole row of cashiers. But there's one guy that's like, oh, you go to aisle 14, you go to number 3, right? Hollywood let that guy become the most important guy, because Steven Spielberg or you know, Wes Anderson or David Fincher or James Cameron, those guys, they want more than anything to find the talented people, right? To work with the best of the best of the best. And there is, I mean, a whole warehouse full of washing machines of people that, like, they have their choice. But people like Steven Spielberg and James Cameron, they're just way too busy to be interviewing all of those people. So they put other people in charge of it, and those people put other people in charge of it, and those people put other people in charge of it. And now you've got this whole system of intermediaries that whose whole purpose is just to find the good people over here and send them over there. And they realize that they could line their pockets by doing that. That they have maybe the most important job in Hollywood, not most important, but most
advantageous.
Yeah, advantageous, that's the right word for it, job in Hollywood. And so there's a lot of just like wasteful spending, wasteful this, and I think that these verticals are coming in and they're going, no, none of that. We don't have time for that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to deal with this. We're not going to deal with that. We don't want red tape. We just want to go make movies.
Yeah.
We're going to make movies. And I think that there's something, it's an overswing, again, of the pendulum, but I think that there's something about that hopefully is going to clean out Hollywood and make it a better place that makes better movies in the long term.